Jealousy isn't a lightning bolt moment. It's not a sudden dramatic explosion of anger or distrust. It's more insidious than that. It's more like when you first notice a small, inexplicable knot in your stomach. Maybe your wife mentioned a coworker's name too much or gets overly dressed for a work event. There's just this hum, this low-level uneasiness that sits there, barely noticeable at first, and over months or maybe years, the hum gets louder until it's drowning out everything good in your relationship. It's that weird feeling in your stomach you can't quite name. I know it very well. For the longest time, I thought I was just being observant, just paying attention. I told myself I was simply caring about my partner, being invested in her life. But it wasn't caring, not really. It was something else entirely. You don't wake up one day and suddenly declare, "Aha, I'm jealous." That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Instead, it's like a background noise that subtly, almost imperceptibly gets louder and louder. Think of it like this. You're in a room and there's a faint buzzing sound. You barely notice it, but you can still hear everything around you clearly. But imagine that buzz slowly, steadily increasing in volume. That's how jealousy works. Looking back, I can pinpoint exactly when the quiet hum started in my relationship. But at that time, I was completely oblivious. And that's the scary part, how this grows without you even noticing. It happens in the small moments, the one that seems completely innocent on the surface. You hear a familiar name again, oh, that person, and you feel that tiny prick of annoyance or flicker of something unsettling. You see your partner putting extra effort into their appearance for a work gathering, and instead of feeling proud, you feel what? Resentment? Suspicion? Why does that bother you? It's just work, right? These aren't dramatic fights or explosive accusations. There's just 1,000 small, seemingly insignificant moments, each one a tiny drop of water that over time carves a deep canyon. This insidious hum starts to change your decisions without you even realizing it. Maybe you ask too many questions about their day. Maybe you subtly discourage them from certain activities. It's the slow erosion of trust and connection that nobody talks about. And the scary part is how long it operated in the background, influencing everything without me even realizing it. For me, the turning point was realizing what that hum actually was. It was a moment of both intense relief and utter horror. The relief came from finally being able to put a name to that invasive, unsettling feeling. It wasn't about just being observant or caring too much. It was jealousy, pure and simple. But then came the horror. How long has this been running the show? I realized it had been making decisions for me, influencing my reactions, and subtly poisoning my interactions with my partner for far too long. I began to see the crucial difference between caring deeply for someone and wanting to control them. Caring means supporting their happiness and growth, even if it means they spend time with others or pursue passions that don't directly involve you. Controlling, on the other hand, stems from insecurity and fear of loss. It is born from that insidious hum of jealousy. And once I could see that clearly, I had to face what it had been doing to my relationship.